Hello everyone, welcome to the Clarity 16.4.0 Feature Supportability Training. My name is Bill Yee. And today we're going to cover the new chart and widget enhancements in the Report Designer for Clarity 16.4.0. So what's new with chart and widget enhancements for this release? So we've added the align chart support. Many customers have requested this, and the configuration is similar to a bar and column, but also to the specific items specific to the line chart that we'll cover as part of the demo. We also added the ability to add a breakdown dimension for line, bar, and column charts. And what this does is it adds an additional dimension to help provide more context when you're looking at these types of charts, and we'll cover more in detail of that inside the demo. Now we've added negative value support for metrics for line, bar, and columns. Not all values are positive, and so you'll be able to graph that as part of a line, bar, and column is a big win for customers. And I'll demo that as well. And one of my favorite enhancements for this release is the chart type widget, the chart type switcher. Sometimes when you look at it, the values in a chart, you may not, understand what's the best one. You can switch between a line, a number tile, or bar. And I'll show this in detail. But it's a nice way to kind of view, which one you want to pick as part of how you want to represent your data. And this chart type switcher is a big benefit for designers. We've also added the ability to do widget sizing and adjustment, help you fine tune, particularly for attributes and the attribute groups, and I'll cover that as part of the demo as well. And other enhancements we added to charts and widgets is to one being the attribute group, that we now display the value none for null attributes. We displayed blank before, and with that it was a little confusing to end users, and now we display none or translate it to none in different languages as well. So we think this will be a nice improvement for customers. We added the star attribute to the report designer grid, so you can kind of mark the ones that you frequently access and use it and filter as you need to. We had the ability to hide borders on widgets. These are available not only for all charts, but all widgets as well. It may, to some people, having no border probably more cleaner reports, but you can configure that under the Style tab. We moved kind of standardizing the setting of the chart colors, and particularly for the number tile and progress swing, we moved to the Style. It was under Format. So just to standardize it, anytime you want to set any particular color, it's under the Style tab. And as we brought in things like the line chart and negative value support, having some of these additional enhancements to be able to add grid lines, it kind of pushed the need to see those grid lines, to see things if they fall under, say for a negative value, and also too for a line chart, and also is great for bar and column as well. So you be able to enable them for both the Y or the x-axis. And also too, you can hide certain titles and labels depending on your need. So you give that level of configurability for the designer. So why are these new enhancements so important? The line chart is commonplace in all reporting solutions. And so finally, we were able to add it as part of our Clarity reporting solution to help identify patterns, particularly in our time series data, and it'll be a lot of customers have requested this as well. So this is a big win for our customers. We're happy we got it for this release. Now the breakdown dimension, having that secondary dimension to help understand those bar, columns, and line charts, it'll provide that extra content to help categorize how you want to see that particular data. And I feel this is a big win in terms of actually for customers, they'll be able to leverage in their charts. Now continuing the why it's important, the negative value support now address use cases like performance dips or financial losses or scenarios around resource availability below zero that you can do within a chart. And we weren't able to do that before in Clarity. And now you can do it as part of the new enhancements for this release. And with the chart type switcher, it not only allows you to experiment as you switch between different charts, figuring out which chart is the best to display your data, but also to the configurations that you had in the chart are preserved as you switched, ensuring minimizing the need for doing any rework or doing a copy and switching things over. You can do this quick and easily with the new chart type switcher. So let me give you a demonstration of our chart and widget enhancements so you can see them in action. Hello everyone. I'm going to give a demonstration of our new chart and widget enhancements for 16.4.0. So one of the enhancements we've added is adding the star attribute as part of the report designer grid. You're able to filter on it and add it as part of the save view. It's a way of marking which particular reports you're working on or frequently access, and then have quick access to it via save views. So let's drill down into one of the reports. And another enhancement we did for this release is that we've added a line chart. So it allows you to give a different visualization that's similar to the column or bar chart. Let's go into a little more of the details of them. Under the style, you have some more different options than you would, say, a column or bar. You're able to choose the line style. Here you can either choose solid, you can choose dash, or you can choose dotted as you wish here. Also, too, you can choose the thickness. You can go thicker in terms of the lines up to 5, or you can go thinner as you wish here. So this is similar in terms of configuration to the column and bar. I have another line chart is that I'm going to show you another enhancement we added is the breakdown dimension. Now this is also available as part of column and bar charts as well. And think of a breakdown dimension as a secondary dimension to better categorize your content within the chart. Now in this example, we choose the breakdown is actually transaction class. And then with that, it uses those, each line is a different transaction class as part of it. Now, one thing to note is that the breakdown dimension is only available when the period toggle is on, and if you only have a single metric. So let me show you another kind of that same chart as a bar. So this is one with the breakdown dimension and how it looks with a bar. You can also hear another new enhancement. We have um, a chart type switcher. So you can then see how this looks as a column as well. So this is nice if you want to see how it looks between, say, a column, go back to see how it looks as a line, what have you. So we come back to a bar here. Let's go to, I think the best way to kind of understand the breakdown dimension is actually look at it, uh, a chart that doesn't have the breakdown dimension. Let's go down to this one here as well. Now notice if you don't have if you turn off the periods, it'll hide the breakdown dimension field. So then say, for example, if we went in and added some, and let's go ahead for forecast, which is the same one we had up above, you'll see that you get the same dimension, you get the periods along the y-axis and then the cost along the x-axis. But then you only have, on this primary dimension in terms of forecast. Now, the nice thing what breakdown dimensions does is actually within these particular costs, it gives you that secondary dimension to kind of categorize what makes up that forecast cost. So say, for example, this one was transaction class. Let's give something different like department. And you see, it kind of breaks up what those forecast costs are in terms of, what portion based on the color here make up those forecast costs in terms of what departments you have. So it gives a nice way of, additional categorization when using either line, bar, or column charts. So the other item I want to cover is the
here is negative value. So before you do that, let me show you a little bit different so you can kind of best highlight this, is that for the X and Y axis, we can show grid lines. So if you go for the X here, we can show the grid lines as part of it on the X, and you can also show it on the Y to help demonstrate some things as part of it. Now you notice here, it kind of goes underneath. We're now showing negatives as part of the, we've added that capability as part of the line, column, and bar charts as well. Um, so one way of actually checking it out is that maybe it doesn't, maybe it's kind of faintly in terms of the line, but it's more easily seen if you either choose it as a bar, you can see the negatives and displays them appropriately, or if you have this as a column as well, you'll see the negatives a little bit better within the chart. As part of the bar, column, and line chart, we've added some additional items is where not only the grid lines, we can hide the labels. So say, for example, we want to hide the labels, you can hide it as well, either on the X or on the Y axis. Um, you can either also choose hide the title here, in terms of the X, you can hide it, or you can show it as you wish. Now, what's the difference between, either show title or just blanking out the title field as well, is that when you click the show title and turn it off, say if you have different languages, it hides it across the title across all your languages. If you just blank it out here or just hide it just for the language that you've logged on. So keep that in mind. The other item I want to cover is we made some enhancements related to attribute groups. And one of the things I want to kind of call out is that we've uh, we've had the ability here to hide some of the borders. Now these are available not only on attribute group attributes, but on all widgets and all charts. You can hide it as you wish. So say if we want to come in and look at this one, we have under style, there's a toggle here called show borders. So you can go ahead and toggle it on if you want to go see how the border looks like that ways, or you can toggle it on as you wish. This is available under the style tab across all widgets uh, and also to tables as well. Now, one of the things we've done here with in the attribute groups is that we made them a lot more tighter in terms of configuration. So if you worked on it before, the sizing of it, you couldn't get it scaled down as much as you want. And now you can scale them down even further. If for example, if you want to move this down even closer, you can as you wish. So then you can, have a little more finite control and how you want to put inside the attribute groups. We've also, too, we've added the ability to color the background as well. So you can color the label and the value as well as part of the configuration. We've also, too, let's go into preview for this particular one. Now, before, when you had a null value, it just showed blank within some of the values inside the attributes within the attribute groups. Now, if we come inside here now, for example, let's go in here and show that it's empty. And then we go ahead and click apply. We show none. So we thought, I guess some of the feedback we got from customers is that showing blank, it left a little more confusion. So any null value will display none. And this will also, too, when you upgrade, it will now show none as well as part of it. So that's some of the other enhancements we have here. And also, too, let's exit the preview. We've also changed the way we configure color for the number tile and progress ring. So if you go under style now, this is where you set the color. It used to be under format. So we kind of standardized everything is that anytime you want to change a color or changing things with color for charts, it's all under the cell tab. So we move this one under both for the progress ring and number tile under the style tab. And that concludes my demonstration for the chart and widget enhancements for 16.4.0.
Now this concludes our presentation and demonstration of our new chart and widget enhancements. Thank you.